Oma Unison and Modern Aswani Ewo UEFA Conference League no Isco Francesco Alcon Suarez no ebo Emma Rebetis enra in a grand finale first half na oye super normally the one on the second half no team dey collapse Emma Chelsea be show 4 into Isco any best player ewo Conference League eba so Liam Delap Ipswich almost striker Chelsea penepa almost Champions League ne dey enye Nicholas Jackson asemubia Ipswich equal relegation amko championship ne mu nemo almost striker Liam Delap na oye standout anunti omo fa no na Ipswich for no say am be senko omo swap na fe Chelsea edisika ne bi so anunti Mark McGill ono former Barca player obe boy Emma Chelsea afu ya na McGill no ne modern one na osra fa until say o prepra ama on should that enya more playing time and switch for edin komo say omo benya no on loan na omo swap deal na Chelsea edisika enso aso so ye Chelsea fan na good business and Chelsea for omo enso na Jadon Sancho enra was one of the 4 goals in the goal no na 3-1 Emma Chelsea na ni long deal no aba na wie ye nanso say Chelsea for decided say I'm bet you are in an obligation to buy 25 million pounds no na Jadon Sancho will stay at Chelsea name and guarantee say next year obenya be abo say omo hwe na se wantimi enwa tim ni ma either say omo ni mekolum ana omo ebeton name for now the Chelsea ateki a decision said omo ebeto Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. Yako AC Milan, Max Allegri, coach for now oni adwuma bia otifi after say ono Juventus for eton kwanta apai. Sergio Conceição any Milan for awie enti AC any coach bia likely say Max Allegri be sanso akọ back to AC Milan to come twetwe dey drew chire ye papa ene senso for shemu ba so ema Fernando Hierro officially be announcement say Cristiano Ronaldo update on the contract still na Al Nassr eguso omo pim so omo Ronaldo kasa celebrate ya obenya agensesa na adwene no abefia mana sign the contract extension de ama Al Nassr enchi ko twetwe no se beba so se emma so yetete se Al Hilal omo so another Saudi Arabian club omo kura de omo qualify FIFA Club World Cup no nti na omo pe Ronaldo se there be Al Hilal de la nyandia ono enso ebetimi abonti 0 attorney an opportunity so be join Al Hilal or Saudi Arabia omo league no anso 40 any AS Monaco deal no aya done and dusted Barca na oshomo number 10 na onya bi mo sese Lamine Yamal na ebe take over Barca number 10 years no sese ya anso 40 kwakobo e de ama AS Monaco ne de number 10 are available for Lamine Yamal. William Estevao wanya suma wie Palmeiras Boboko no mu Brazil enti president be Charles ya on the parent club Chelsea ana ebedi kasubom enti obon last match edema Palmeiras no was go back assist oye super player wanya club mpo Brazil Carlo Ancelotti ne squad na or there about 4 next month 2 games at Brazil ebebo William Estevao enya ne Palmeiras for dinkra next season obebo e the amateur omo club no Brian Mbombo Brentford at the bottom so say oye Arsenal oye Liverpool oye Man United oye club bia na open na Brian Mbombo ne ball no 50 million pounds no contract no aka just 1 year na running out nemo omo Jessica no because onye small player season we ye ka omo a afama na Brian Mbombo ono enso eka ho bi Gianni Infantino FIFA man penny and ode tudwa eba no bom a ono na ede nyina no o say bom tesi say obi ye tuntum ti na ye de ne kala di na tem omo amiemu asotwe no ayekese pa enje o ye referee na player ebe report to man say omo de ne kala didi na tem a emra e wo ho say either say obe stop game no and say obe end game no omo the powers no e de ama referees no eno pa ho so a club ebenya asotwe $6 million and no any heavy fine or your club now or supporters and our players sir I'm going to be called the dinner teman asotwe kese pa ebe call ede etia and afei sa ota to so ebi saman homeless biema waye ya twen aso ya fine o sa ye biemo dia ene obetimi up a couple of games or bra support bia enso entimi emma stadium honom yenko Real Madrid so ye omo guso a left back na omo akọ Benfica so ye omo ngasa former player obo left back Alvaro Fernandez Carreras and as I say omo efa no achakra the next 48 hours ye ebe official say Madrid boboko no enya ne player no enso etimi awie e wo honom yento aso other stories there. Liverpool afiwe there omo je Premier League no award bia beba Premier League no bia no either so beti say omo coach na for award and omo players no for award and a slot and a Premier League manager of the season young player din kan say akoye Emma Ryan Gravenberch and a player of the season akoye Emma Mohamed Salah ono na top scorer ewo English Premier League. Say Mbappe and after Club World Cup no obefa Madrid omo just number 10 no Luka Modric ebe free Madrid at the end of the FIFA Club World Cup. Number 10 just no ebe call the ama Kylian Mbappe we eso an yegina na yade nkofo cross on sem no yade asie na yadan ho abedan ho Mbappe yade local stories no to aso ntime nyu video no emfemfiri. Keep your messages coming. WhatsApp line no 0551 599 933 0551 599 933. Wetin the WhatsApp message aba na ya kenkan e dia ma yadan ho aba. Afterwards, the locals no ebe to us. UK enra ena charity cup no Ghana yen game no eba so yene Nigeria yen neighbors and a boy match no produce 3 goals Nigeria din kuma kam yenu ema the Black Stars of Ghana ete eka no bako first half na Nigeria lead by 2 goals to 1 second half no ena Ghana yebetimu bako nemom yentimi antete kano anto aso enwene enti Nigeria for na edi nkunima o me ekwakoba the finals of the Unity Cup in the 3rd and 4th place no Ghana ekwakopre Saturday yene Trinidad and Tobago abebo na for Nigeria finals no omo any the Reggae Boys of Jamaica and so at the affair so na Ghana the only goal enya no Brandon Thomas Asante na eshema yen when so any debut goaler wenya for Ghana right after the game of the to just say nania jepa say wenya ne debut goal ama Ghana do say Ghana ye lusu de na so personally ni goal no de nania che ho pa momentie Brandon Thomas Asante.
Yeah, of course it was on the whole it was a bit frustrating. You know how this is the biggest game for us, you know. We always we know we can win against these teams, so frustrating on that note, but I'm also happy to make my start in scoring goals for Ghana, which I intend to do for a long time.
And it's a great game, but nothing friendly about it. How was it in front of all these passionate fans?
Oh, it's amazing. It just shows what football's about, what the culture's about, and you know, even though half of the fans are for you, half are against you. The whole atmosphere is amazing, and we want to see more days like this. Hopefully everyone's safe, everyone's happy, and we enjoyed it.
You've got Trinidad and Tobago in the third place playoff on Saturday. How do you feel going into that game?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, on a personal note, I'm a little bit frustrated because I'm Jamaican as well, so I would have liked to do that one. But now, in terms of playing against Trinidad, you know, we go out there, the same attitude as always, try and win the game, and put things right, which is what we want to do.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you. You got your first goal for Ghana. How did that feel?
Asante Enra onenya Galen consolation goal a yehyetia Nigeria you lose match 2-1 osena nkobe person nkobe ball etia country and papa efri Reggae Boys of Jamaica na so Ghana ya ni nkwenim nti ye ne Trinidad and Tobago mum na ebepre for the bronze medal nti third and fourth no na Ghana ye kwakobo ne ma me free Ghana na ne papa enso efri Jamaica Otto Addo Black Stars coach or say Unity Cup dey a be opportunity bebre ama some of the new players na tournament no amanko for socialize conferring opportunity share friends in Tobacco say tournament way a good tournament spa coach Otto Addo.
At the end, we are all from African descent, and I think it's great to have the opportunity to unite, to have this kind of a tournament, to get together. You saw the joy on stands, and people. I think London has a great African but also Caribbean community, so it's always good to get together. To think sports is an element where you can unite people, and I'm happy for us to take part on this tournament, and I think it's really good to build up on it. I'm not happy that we lost, but like I said, in general, it's a good tournament to unite people, to unite nations, and I think the spectators saw a good game today. I think, at the end, we are all from
Coach Otto Addo Black Stars coach wawara so ha o se de ntia most of your key players no yen yomo no pra dodo na prepare o hwenim say September Ghana boy in double header 2 games World Cup qualifiers ni de enu ho no na players ni pie na ho ayet en ho ato mama fit for Black Stars in double header.
Looking always for good performances. We had a lot of talks, personal but also on the phone. We traveled a lot to see who will be available, who not, and so that a lot of issues where I knew, and some things will be close. The weekend before we decided about the squad because there were some issues with some players. There were a lot of injuries at the moment, and surely we are looking forward to September to get really the best possible players available, and so we use this also to give some good talents a chance who did well at the U20 AFCON, but also who did well in the club, who we are observing, and which were denied to come to the national team due to the fact that the last games that, let's say, the full squad available, and this time was not that possible because, for example, the Turkish league is still playing. We didn't get the release of some of 3 players. USA is playing. We didn't get a release. Swedish league is playing. We didn't get a release. Or, for example, Switzerland. One of our players is playing the cup final on Saturday. So there were a lot of spots open, and we are always looking for the future. And I think we saw today that some young guys can really have a very good career first of all, but also future in the national team. And some, I have to say, use their chance. First of all, surely we're looking always for good performances.
We a coach Otto Addo Black Stars manager, and I want to say address media no enrada and I didn't show by 2 goals to 1. Felix Afenejan onya call up no so you which say a bad dream pass Felix Afenejan a bit and Black Stars invitation you which say what decline so I bought Eddie Amagana be mother so bought sa pain no or the boy Magana both legs against Nigeria to qualify Echo World Cup it do main World Cup na ye in film afterwards Black Stars name friend be who is as we no justify your inclusion be most of the key players no ama and a friend so me pointy a better than pass or be see akan Eddie Amagana Unity Cup no just a bibi who be see and sana no and so etimi aba yan to so and concrine na me adumoch na and decide no so playoff Ghana Premier League Zone 2 there All Blacks and who say omo ebebo Ghana Premier League Zone 3 so Ho United Zone 1 no and a club qualify no china and ebe hu no me nsa pepepe Accra Sports Stadium and attachment 11 wonders and really Tamale United RTU omo enso ebo winner no ebenya the only tickets from Zone 1 abesia can next season Ghana Premier League no obekaya Kevin Osesibe PK Heart to Folk omo defender from 11 wonders and Johnny Heart to Folk also china wa Accra onogasa eba na ordinary support abetaichire the amount of former club wonders na omo kunim over RTU na Ghana Premier League no omo aba we ensema PK Kevin Osesibe odi atuja.
Hello brothers and friends, this is Kessben Osei, a player of Accra Hearts of Folk and a former defender and a captain of Techiman 11 Wonders. I wish you guys all the best of luck in your upcoming game on Friday. I know it's not going to be easy game, but I know what you guys can do, and I know the can-do spirit that is there. You did very well in the league, and it's left with the final push to bring Premiership back to Techiman. Let's make history for ourselves and let's make people of Techiman proud of us. Sure wonders, sure wonders, sure wonders. Wonders for Premier, wonders, Beba. I will be there on Friday to support you guys. I wish you all the best of luck. Hello.
Beno Asai SCB former captain, former player, Emma Techiman 11 wonders currently obo Emma the Continental Club Masters across the fucking and cry one or war or China or say or Beba Stadium. Hafiz Adams, a former Wa Osas captain, says your obo Edema RTU or sing a mere dumo China dear RTU mum and a qualify or a former player and so Emma Adriana Stars. Hafiz Adams or an experience no about Palmer RTU for Etimia qualify.
Right, so this Hafiz Adams, he's played for RTU last season where they were relegated, and just after a season they are chasing for another Premier League qualification. You think you've got what it takes to qualify this time around?
Yes. Looking at things, we have prepared very well at the beginning of the season till now. So I think we are ever ready for the qualification on Friday.
Well, you look at your squad, you've got 3 players in the top 5 chorus in the Access Bank Division 1 League Zone 1. You think on Friday we are going to see much of them? They are going to out class Techiman 11 Wonders.
Yeah, sure. Looking at what they have been able to do for the past matches since we started the season, at the beginning it was rough, but later parts things worked out and the goals were flowing. So that tells you that it was a gradual process and they were into it, then they picked up. So now they are in their peak, and I think stopping them will be hard for anybody.
I'm sure you've observed the 11 Wonders team. You think it is going to be easy for RTU?
Yeah, football is not an easy thing. You can't downplay your opponents, look down upon them. No, anybody you are going to face in a game, you have to be battle ready. We are not looking down upon them, just that we have confidence in ourselves that we will overcome them come Friday.
You are one of the experienced players in the RTU squad, of course, one of the experienced player currently in the team. At this stage, what is always your message to the young players?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. Try and make history for yourself. First time playing for RTU Division 1, and your next league will be in the Premiership. So all you need is just make history for yourself. That alone should be a motivation for them. For myself, it's also my first time playing Division 1 league. So we just need to make history for ourselves. That is all.
I want you to say something to your Tamale brothers, maybe in your own language, so that Friday they will come and support RTU at the Accra Sports Stadium. We have a lot of Northerners in Accra.
Napuhe near Jabaraka, Tawala, Upper Westness, Northerners, and Upper East near Jambi Jeja, Abi Accra, Lombori Jeja. Friday near Jamocha, Accra Sports Stadium. I could support Martin Nidikawa to the RTU. I want Premier near Jakuba support. Need a support seriously. Minamanya stance and Pakauka, Egi Bemela, Abi stance, our free support. Below on my air, what I enjoy, Akuti Karamata. the match and nothing on Friday. At the end of the day, Kawa, the end of at the RTU, allow I'm back to Premier. GN1 second Bella Bella. Division 1 na second and RTU second but second and Premier. So inshallah, we are counting on them to come in their numbers. At the end of Friday, we'll be smiling back to Tamale with qualification slot.
Dams and I asked the people of Tamale and no more free enough. So be a man crying. No more for more support. Emeta Machina RTU secure qualification. Now Omo Emra Ghana Premier League in T. Wala Kasemu and now or they two Jamun Chichi when what our Kessben television. So and at Touchman 11 wonders Omo training session pay normal see heat Murano very very high. In Tomoni Jama Party more day na edit so me and court neko Touchman 11 wonders Omo heat we. Heat Mora Tachiman 11 wonders players no and I have fired up 4 Ochina 3 p.m. showdown between Omo and RT the solid slot for Ghana Premier League. They only take it no more and so Tachiman South Omo MP Masebe Gania or what Tachiman South honorable Martin Ej Mensa Kosa why donation of 30,000 Ghana cedi na ode ama Tachiman 11 wonders say omo fa motivated players no na nyame adomochina omo megina park no so enko omo ho ema wonders and qualify emesi akan e Ghana yem Premier League no enough of the playoff nyame adomochina you better hear playoff no dey na Sunday and na week 33 of the Ghana Premier League games no eba so na over fishes na matches are eba so no enye issue kra when the Ghana Premier League no esro ho ehuru pa mfimfi ho ene ase ho so aye hyehyehye matches are eba so no ene project our Kessben television so match officials so GFA e dey ababontinti game man eba so kwasiada Kumasi Babayara Kotoko and Mediama Sporting Club Adari Abdulatif and center referee obo officiate sa game no Heart to Folk and Legon Cities ebebo University of Ghana Stadium game no eko ede ama Ghana your number 1 referee Daniel Lai ono na ebedi sa game man ebeba so nyame eya aduma kwesiada between Legon Cities and Heart to Folk what broken Golden City Park Chelsea and the baby Gold Stars Prince Okoto Intiamwa and center referee Basake Holy Stars and the Nations are match no unmissable almost see pan and a warre Basake episode survive Nations episode omo edge Ghana Premier League no Mohamed Mesbao and the referee are for Star game no Carola United and the Young Apostles Ebeshia ewa Tamale Robert Mose and the center referee. Sa referee ya ana edi Kotoko gamer omo complaining bitterly officiating against Bebiani Gold Stars or Sakotwa so okodi game between Carola United and the Young Apostles. Accra Lions and the Dreams FC ebebo na Joseph Kofi and the referee kwakodi sa game no Samates and the Adriana match no elko at the Amman Charles Bulu Heart of Lions Ebeshia Bechem United or Pando Lord Nete and the center referee ono enso ebedi sa game we na wakotoko omo enemy dem match no and Karim Zito Sariki a head coach Emma Kotoko or say we any Kotoko last home game of the season Kotoko omo last game no omo ebe travel FA Cup so omo ebe travel nemum we eye omo game omo be twato e ofie against Mediama Sporting Club omo last home game there omo emfa ni akokra Karim Zito Kasai.
I think the normal win because if this is supposed to be our last game we should make them happy before we leave, so nothing but winning deserve to be given to them and nothing else.
Coach, you have a bigger game that is in the context of a silverware, that is the FA Cup. But from your last game against Bebiani Gold Stars, a lot of the supporters on our various social media were impressed with the sort of fight and the game that you play. Looking at your next game, that is against Mediama, would you say that it will serve as the right preparation for the cup game?
Yes. I used to respect or put importance to my large man before competitions. I remember when I was with Dreams FC, I played against Midiama, and exactly how I planned to play against the team in Africa were exactly the system I played, and then I succeeded. So without any, when we went to the FA Cup, we won. So I like last matches before competition. I like preparing very well to see how my boys will be faring, because after the training, you put your hands together and see whether they are going by your system or by your philosophy. Well, I think the normal win.
Zito Sariki head coach Emma Kotoko and a turning canon or Kasai Elifa Mediama game was a match no any easy Mediama for no more day. Then so still Kotoko last home game. Me afford 3 points in the Quambia so Mobeji.
Out, I know Mediama, I know the quality they are having, even though the moment doesn't favor them, but I know they have good players, good sense of judgment. And the way it comes to consistency, I think Medema also stand tall. They try to keep their players. So when you see them play, you just enjoy it. If Celsius do that, the match will be very, very fine and then very competitive. They will come all out. I know Medema, I know the quality they are having, even though the moment doesn't favor them, but I know they have good players. Good.
Zito Ekasaye Efa Kwame Poku UK Enra or starting my Black Stars when you go weekend Kotoko Mediama ontimi embo last week when see akan Kotoko Gold Stars or say enye Kwame Poku kwano be meseno players bi ho a omo epra ebi nso suspended and still Kotoko omo parody a good team.
I'm not losing only Kwame Poku. That was why seriously I ran to the referee or the linesman to complain that the yellow cards are too much, the offsides are too much. It's what exactly I said. Today, out of that game, 3 of my regular players are not playing.
It was five yellow cards.
5 yellow cards against 1, and out of these 5, 3 of them are not playing on Sunday. So look at it. I'm building a team towards the FA.
Plus your injury situation.
Look at it. So seriously, I'm not happy, but I can do nothing. I have to use what I have to go in for what I want.
Okay, coach, are there any other issues with new injuries or the old ones still persist?
There are a little bit of complaining, like in team is complaining of the arm, and then Samba, even though he's not playing due to the yellow card, he's also complaining. And then who again? When you look at today, Baba is not here. He also is complaining, but definitely we have to come with 11 players, so we are coming.
Coach, is the last game and obvious?
Yeah, Abdul Karim Zito Sariki head coach Emma Kotoko and Moten Nkano. Yanko the Continental Club Masters had to focus on so camp coach Abubakar Watara. Or say had to folk any Legon City's match no. Sir had to for Ghana Premier League no almost 8 injured there. Then somebody on my best against Legon Cities.
Yeah, very well because it's one of the top game again. It's Legon City. You know these people are disturbing all the big teams. We are prepared to go and face them on Sunday seriously. Okay, you know when you kill what you call the goat is die, you don't fear the knife again. You see, this is the problem. But don't say is that you see the Accra Lions the way it is disturbing us. We have placed 18 teams. It's normal. 2 are going to the relegation, and you can't say it's a bad team.
Your team, going into the game, how prepared are the players themselves? Any injury situation in camp?
No, the serious injury is Ramsey up to now, and we say Setosei, And apart from that, everybody is okay. And we are training well. Everybody has focused on this match.
You'll be without your goalkeeper on Sunday.
No, unfortunately, Sasarin is not there for this match. Is out. But we have somebody who can do it. I encourage them. I know the boys can make it. We are preparing well.
We has to folk head coach Abubakar Ouattara or Sasraye. So on the field of play, both teams ever parody 11-11 has ever represented 11 players number presented to parking. So Legon Cities at the 11 players ever bar. Omo number 12 man no ever the support 20 fans no omra in their numbers ever supported team no has supporters coach Abubakar Eddie the said we edit to him.
We are telling them the club is for them. You can come to support the team, shouting, criticizing, pushing the boys to get the good results. We have 11 players on the pitch. The number 12 is the supporters. Let us down. We need them every time to come and help the boys to play well. I take that opportunity to congratulate the Oaks who has come in the Premier for the first time. I think that Oaks, the board, the management, and the area operation lady who are making everything possible to break this thing. We thank all of them, the coaches, the players, the fans who go there, and all as of folk people. Because as of folk, we are fans. I say it's not the fans, we are the people. It's the family. We thank them.
So folk omo head coach Abubakar Ouattara ana yetsen kano enne kotoko omo youth team no board 3rd division middle league e wa Asante Mantemu na kombeso qualify na omo eba division 2 nenso omo ne Eja FC match no penalties ana kotoko ese penalty ba 25-4 on penalties Eja FC kotoko team na free mu a omo nya qualification ama 2nd division. We ne game a course so fly alignment Ashanti Region 3rd Division Middle League. Yusuf Alasan Douglas a former Kodoko player also Kodoko omo youth team ni kwan say omo tutu na se previously or no or pass it through the ranks. Players who do up omo be established Kodoko youth team enunti one area boapa o Kodoko player na onya ontete from under 20 oba main team na emane for enti sa under 20 Kodoko youth team we Kodoko team no money and copa.
So 20 now, but so before Kramati TV by Omo, I was a promotobia until I said, why no more women could no more to me promote to a biko train and I fall, so no more confidence. It's a idea, I been 2 or 3 room.
So, a moment money come,
money come, no more show me. You know.
And 20 so on for so.
So for so pa. Say a time say so for so. You the prince opoku comme la mensa kwa kuchire obi abobo ko Africa you Africa ina crystal abra. Omu ina obi abo ya usumu ina abo under 20 asana omu obi as kwache different you the bra omu ina abo under 20 sana wako kuma pima saba kutuku under 20 the pa cause at time kan under 20 na Mr. Lawson on the coach ni training oh why you are with Johnny Kra ade be chikra na we be show enti that time say akokwa enti e do mo are enti na enti ba you promote you ya amre PR stamina bibia
Sidia na do be jay kwan kra
say
supporters no youth team no akoda ko be yan fa so be pray enso no bobo players omo any opportunity pass it through the ranks be legends at the MR club no and am say Saturday Champions League PSG and Inter Milan be bonti Unity Cup no Ghana yen 3rd and 4th game no omo ashedule no 11:30 a.m. and a game no between Ghana and Trinidad and Tobago. Now Jamaica and Nigeria match no kick-off no akwakoye 4 p.m. Into finals no 4 p.m. Third and fourth place no 11:30 a.m. Emrani dwane no na ya bopa mu aduana we eso na ejina na ye de local source no ye de asi. Awal Muhammad Hudu seated awal locals na hina wo sha said dey free.
Very, very strategic. Always said you must reschedule matches, especially Saturday. Yeah, boy, UEFA Champions League final. The whole world will be on a standstill because Tony, one him say UEFA Champions League final there. Yeah, na ejibepia. So I'm very, very happy. Over time, I'm there. Kona. We say Tony, na man for Eddie can kasekwa. Even this tournament, then cause somebody share at least June one. We say by June one, not just say club football bia because. Yamiboa Saturday club football in Europe bia virtually because enonaka in terms of the UEFA Champions League final yabo Conference League various leagues no do na wi nti game aka no nti kali se ko early June 3rd and 4th 5th June small no ma Tony na man for me say can no be boa by that time kwa even players anka e bia ka omo be ka so ma bre no ka by that time betimi anya kwan aba bebo but they decided to play the game within May na ekoso nti explains to you the reason why Ghana airborne against Nigeria no na Chelsea so airborne mu UEFA Conference League nti na attention were very divided amount for ebinu mani wa ha ebinu so and so I think it's very good say owners of now ma share the tournament no I very very strategic at the time no at the about 11:30 p.m. for the semi-final for the third place game between Ghana and TNT
11:30
a.m. Next no pano na be sha say be me say UK time be 12 no as is only day 1 hour nti omo be chase na chese at least 4 p.m. GMT now about final nti what it means say Tony by 7 p.m. na UEFA Champions League final ye be pass no dey na chese bibia ba na wi na coach Otado ka say tournament aboa pa Tony menene ya adwene because eno a game na players ne excel ya at least say even Ubehu se Ghana lose, there are some positives kakra. Ubehu se going forward, we've seen some talents bia and no mobe joining the free no. A typical example, the whole Ghana ene ubia ebo Kalebi Chidin, the 19-year-old midfielder of Norgeland. Tony, among for bebrebe o mumu nshede nimno. But omo follow the normal leagues na ebo in Europe, Norgeland ne others no. They've seen Kalebi in one way or the other. And yabe some couple of videos in terms of goals bia washishe wahada so eno amamfo who the full caliberanchi na no munim no and especially when he was being played out of position Tony was a midfielder but coach Otado decided to be on the right back but Tony that boy gave a very good account of himself so any say going forward or a player you betimi rely on him see you betimi nya guys amoba be share team no mukina. Apart from him, Christopher Babonsu, the winger of RKC Genk in Belgium. So, also betire bibi kakra. And at least, Tony say one who be biakra. These guys have shown some positives. And of course, Benjamin Asare there, Yabubo Nidini, who a couple of times, when you're quite the Black Stars in that game against Chad and Madagascar. And Enwa, when the game was being played, you see say a possible man on panic. Ebi Obonso goalkeeper bi wa Tony ya pass ball man na or rushes or boys there be he's relaxed ujina ball no so or heads and play bi that she either say within two the wider channels or in between the middle zones no ama pass and I think say we mu nyina ababe a positive things are yetime hu e the Unity Cup final no now coach Otado e ka say we've seen some couple of injuries intina some of the players yetime hu mo Tony Enes Niama epra Fatau Isako epra the likes of other guys, Inaki William, Fatigue, Antoine Semenyo, Mohamed Kudismo, Ibrahim Suleiman. So it tells you say some couple of players were also missed in this game. So that's the reason why he was talking. Say by September, he bought that double header now. He's praying, say, Benya all the guys around, full house. Now, because after this game, one players no be able to relax here, because season na Black Stars and any international assignment be till 3 months
or virtually 3 months and some few days from now, Yebe Ewo the FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Chad and of course Mali. So Tony, Ehonomana Samno Yeni Chad, Yeni Mali. Those 2 games, Tony, see we need those 2 games now. Tony, USA, Canada, Mexico, you draw. Because after those 2 games, Ebeka only 2 games per. And that will be the away game to Central African Republic. And of course, the home game to Comoros Island. And be the last game, so I think we've seen some couple of positive things about a free Unity Cup, and I think it was a very good exercise. In as much as Yentimia winning game, it was very good. Many Jama Brandon Thomas Asante, Tony Mania Jama pa, and Obekaya. The debut was that game against Central African Republic. Yes, 4-3 or Hanum. Near Jordan Ayew Eshe hat-trick. So that game, he came in the second half Obinya around 5 to 6 minutes. Kuchotadu Edini Bemu. And I think Obemu, we saw some couple of brilliant performance from the touches, the movements in your situation. Or that strikers are on more chance. He presses very, very well. Or you'll be pressing high up in the pitch. One thing is the volume of goal scoring anywhere from Kakra. And I think the opportunity the amount of Black Stars, even from the days West Bromwich Albion before Obemeki moved to Coventry City, even the recent English Premiership playoffs for Coventry City, unfortunately they lost against Sunderland. Many a German say at least the first goal for the Black Stars in Black Star shirt, against Nigeria. And when he came in the second half, you saw because we were piling up the pressure on the Nigerians. Jordan Ayew, Brandon Thomas Asante, alongside Christopher Babu. So they did a marvelous job in the second half. So unfortunate. Even Tony Jordan chance now. When pull out was made from Christopher Babu, Jordan and me and counted that chance and scored that chance. And so I think that is very good for Brandon Thomas Asante and a bit Jinjani confidence. Going forward, these are the kind of strikers that we can also rely upon, because you need Jordan, you need Antoine Semenyo, you need Nakia. Say at least Brandon Thomas Asante is also one of the guys who could also be around and be around to slot in for the Black Stars. Tony, mu wa haka krebi before se metwa so no mamenka Felix Afenajan. Tony, national team football a privilege. Enyenhye. So Tony say ye frewa idea hoa. Because that's the reason why Tony say bia Tony say onim agent deal. Nti say omo kotom player ube say agent number 1 thing omo bisa no say when your national team call up dana. When your national team either being it under 17, under 20, under 23 or any other national team that you can talk about. Because omujidi say yana mo mind mo players no doso. Players ni running into
Eric Ba show no scenario Buachi. Also, o make references say the target pan so be national team.
Very good.
Na o ye player na we see be so say what national team agents no. Aya na enokwa entice wo.
Mama adwuma na very easy.
Yes. Mama adwuma na national team played here.
Oni agro. So national team call up the Tony a privilege. So say ebi me point of bebia Felix Afenajan Efrona ebi no mo agree with him, because ye bedru maybe ana ye dru ahuye him pa, because ye free AFCON aba ye ntimi an qualify ye free in the group stages. The next assignment was World Cup playoff, and enye team bia than Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now even Tony Otwado na ye bold that day, me come ye coach akame ma Felix Afenajan and start on that day, because now he was very young at AS Roma. Now after no about some couple of games what she goes be now game against Nigeria at a whole jam-packed Baba Yara Sports Stadium. They no nipa mobile move 40,000. Now Udi Nashem said striking, and at least he showed his mettle in that day. We sana ye call Nigeria ewo Moshood Abiola Stadium. He also did well. We had an away goal advantage, and that made us qualify to the World Cup. Then of course yebo remu into the AFCON qualifiers. Okay, ne Madagascar obeshe go be ewo Cape Coast. Some couple of friendly games ewo Japan who are yokobo against Nicaragua. Ye kwa World Cup no Tony nani din kaun. I feel for Afena Jan that time because we obia obe fili bad because when a contribution to the World Cup qualification, he was expecting to be part of the squad. And ye bia Asen Cup, even Qatar 2022, Tony. So when ye bia mokra at least, send the eka unse or Kagana squad na kona. Tony Kebe very, very, very huge on the profile of Felix Afena Jan. But to me, my advice is on tone it down, kakra. On tone it down.
Oh,
na say national team there, ebia, and then na enya maso. And then enya maso. Ebia subsequent times the opportunity can come around. There are players near maybe say at to Tom ebia time no oh any muso benya call up no ama but bedu maybe not nation no they have no option that to call him. Ebet me abanasa going for imagine say Afena Jan say we grow in the game we ba benya top team ebia Italian Serie A ebia say La Liga bi ebia Premier League na obo consistently. Tony, you will have no option than to call him because Ababe do time obo consistently. So for me, I think say so Tony down as so for BBH.
Okay.
Onya botre.
On next pick.
My next pick 11 Wonders RTU. Yen church mu kakra ebia amanfo ebinumu enhyada ntiase. Where the kind of Premier Division 1 zones, no Zone 2, yenya ni already can qualify. 16 teams or more Zone 2 now. You bought 30 games now we so do all Blacks are qualify. Zone 3, you bought games now we Ho United and so are qualify. And Zone 1 no Tony. Ebi a man for incident tiase ni won say ya chemu 2. Or more the northern part no. Where the likes of RTU, Tamale City, any Utrecht mo, any more bono, the BB United mo and the likes, no turn up for Quanamana, Ntisano Moyeno. So zone 1A, RTU now qualify, and a zone 1B, Techima 11 Wonders now qualify, and a Ochina Ekwakoye, a playoff, one game, Ewo Accra. So the obedient Kunimno, not just say Obabeka, Swedru All Blacks, and Ho United. No mababe the 3 teams to join next season's Premier League about 2025-2026. Minimum said 11 Wonders. Tony okay 2 years ago. I did Komoni pa Komoni when they met Tano Bofakwa. Game say yeah, and they gave their all. That was the game that made Kevin Osesibe a revelation among for the Huno pa, and even it was good enough for him during that time to help him secure a move to Accra Suffolk. And major this 11 Wonders we want to make sure some Premier League football are returning to Techima. For Tamale dear, RTU need Tamale City free no Yababe nya Karela. At least Karela has been able to maintain say at least there be another region ebenya kwan ehu Premier League football. Now Afiz Adams Kasa say or you're confident enough say RTU betimi qualify. Etimi again that promotion. Tony, one of the standout players or an unsung hero. I'm for refuse wow stars team now Moji Premier League no can. Yes, who's on only Sabato Mohamed Munina. Yes, or the captain. Yes, only Richard Ofori Mu Matthew Kevin Andono. But never a champion Munina. So what all stars are check before say later on or buy Adriana. So he's seen it all. Afiz Adams is one of the me to me. We or more defenders are among for any and more so we Vincent Atenga one of the experience also is Zakaria Fusenia. Hafiz Adams is also one of the top-notch experienced players within our local scene now. Let's see what happens between 11 Wonders and RTU. Who gets to qualify? I wish the best team qualify. So I wish all of them the best of luck. Coach Ouattara there, I say they will do their best against Legon Cities. For me, I think say as a folk project, Tony, Coach Ouattara has been tolerated for far too long. Because about 2 seasons ago, middle of the season, last year, this season, also we said next season on one of the Saturday. So you can imagine if Samuel Bodu and all this kind of performances and cry Kombemana Tenana, Tisa the Omonia Gidio or Taramwana. Tony Samuel Bodu came, won the league, won the FA Cup on 2 consecutive occasions. But she House of Oak minimum paying for the minimum money breathing space within the House of Oak setup. No, am I a chicken in Asia money free team? No, later on, Wakwa say
me no ka say o become Chelsea o coach omo. So he might for me I think say Coach Ouattara he's been tolerated for far too long. Only Legon City is Omomodi can qualify Omomodi can book you omo ticket omo first division and na okobo. So let's see what happens when Accra Suffolk back Accra Suffolk haven't been consistent at all, especially how they've been tolerating Coach Ouattara. No care about to say Tony, I think say sort of say you had the hype, the G3, the everybody over so folks said to say coming to reset Ghana football.
Abbas betna agent hubia.
Yeah,
so be reset Ghana
football. I feel Kessben sending messages will be able.
And they say them say house home be reset.
And unless me set me player no me ne ye tedim komo yet. Honestly set that disappoint me. Because oh ni profile no how he fits it, or a complete player, fitting the Ghanaian standard of how we usually cast our mode of talent.
Typical number 10.
Obetimi asabo wings no jibo. What me say take you on defenders 1 2 3. But of course, Oba Suffolk no set us na me no Tony man hunu yi. Next season he needs to do more. So na kotoko
opportunity a pre-season task of
HC nti ka kotoko nyana ka performance no beda na didie ka performance no beda na di. Honestly Tony set a disappointing me. Let's see what comes from him going to next season, but next season he needs to do more. Coach Karim Zito bought about the injuries I wanted. Hey baba Epra no Kasamba, so that's why even yellow cow complaining
3
about
players.
Yeah.
And omontimi more because of cash accumulation.
A be affect your money,
especially menu so
yeah. And I think that these guys are all very key.
Integral.
Going against Mediama, first leg na dey 1-1. And na Kwame Poku share ya Mediama take no. And Mediama ne kotoko omo ball baba yara bia Tony ya na game.
Kotoko last home game of the season.
Last home game.
So omo last game omo travel.
Yeah, omo vision.
Now FA Cup on so.
And also mono baba yara.
You be support one crying. Into a big opportunity my fans no say.
Honestly.
Omo club no the last time of the season.
Enokre. Oye kotoko fan. Football fan there you need to be at Baba Yara Sports Stadium to watch kotoko there for the last time. And especially it will be very that good for Coach Karim Zito. We will pay the profile how send you see setting a team. And the new role or Masamba are all fitting well. We had that game against Dreams FC. Send your ball, the defensive midfield, very excellent. Omoko dance park against BBN Gold Stars. He did a marvelous job. And I think set break by in terms of the games based on card accumulation. It's too unfortunate. But Yamebo will be there on Sunday to watch a very beautiful game as Kotoko plays from last game against Mediama. They will just need to get the FA Cup going, win the title, and proceed to Africa. Because Tony, as I say, Kumasi African football next season.
Wow. Awa Muhammad Hudu ena yetene nka no. Yedi jimene ni besi. Nemo nyame adomo a on the 11th of June. I was Swami AstroTurf no so awal. When say professional players no.
Say omoba.
Say omoba.
Erika Banti.
Yes. So omoba so dia. I'm give you back to the community.
Good.
On the 11th, I was Swami AstroTurf.
Okay.
The B Nation. And Baba Mando 11. Baba Mando former player All Stars.
Oh, I know
from
Alaba
Spain.
Boy. Yeah, Alaba Boy.
Yeah. On the 11th of June, I was Swami AstroTurf. So the B Nation and Baba Amando 11 Ebeshia. Now stars no our all the big stars, big names Pina from abroad no Dodo na and so eba and no 11th of June. Now 22nd day I sign. And some school park and so Kumasi professionals any job was selected side. Now Omushia professionals, Omambo local, Ghana Premier League Division 1 no.
Emmanuel Tukumu, Ishaku Konda Mon.
Obia around. Intiane star started team. Kumasi professionals no players and a job one so at the stars eba. Last year Bon was but this year the sign
were nice. Yes, not just a more rotate games. I know so boy. Yeah, a very good
sign for no opportunity. Another big game
next year. Next time I have to
move. Very good. Second year job and Kumasi professionals no ebewa sign. Name kwesi that we are Sunday. J Pro Fit Club. Omo bechi na fusuji abo park no so.
I see.
Omo ne ginya asefo no but first leg no. Omo be share ginya asefo no 65. Until Sunday 9 a.m. El Bichim Stadium na fusuji abo. J Pro Fit Professionals no. ɔmo genius for no Asia na wa me na me fa na ma 10 position
any
tinyame adoma Sunday morning mo bechem
pani be he
enye easy cra enti mo me nyina nhia na nafo si Jabo Park on Sunday 9 a.m. aha na yede jimede no besi wote Awal Muhammad Hudu enka medin e de Tonny Muntana na sebeko e de ama production team no mo na boabo show no kan ye ho e ma yede ebranyame adoma chine yen sanso hia 7 a.m. yede kick off na 9:45 to 1 yede mid